What's up, guys? Kate Willis here. So I'm here today to do some predictions for WWE's Battleground pay-per-view for this Sunday. And I know a lot of people aren't really looking forward to this pay-per-view, and trust me, I don't blame them at all because it's nothing really interesting on this card. And I actually had bigger expectations for this pay-per-view because me and my friend were talking, and when we first heard about the new pay-per-view Battleground, we were thinking maybe they would like revive the WCW War Games, kind of in that setting, or have maybe an interesting tag team match. Because when you think of Battleground, you think of like, a group of people fighting each other. But then we were thinking, oh, that wouldn't really make sense since they have Survivor Series for that. But then, even though we have Survivor Series, they always end up having like one or two Survivor Series type matches, which to me is ridiculous because they have more now. They have more title matches than Survivor Series elimination tag team matches. But that's another whole thing to get into. So that doesn't right to the predictions, and I decided to wait because I figured they were going to add a match on SmackDown, which they did. So let's go through the match card and give you my predictions. So the first match is the kickoff match, Dolph Ziggler versus Damien Sandow. I'm going to predict that Dolph Ziggler wins, and I think he should win because, lately, Damien Sandow has been losing, even though he's the winner. He has the Money in the Bank briefcase. And I know what they're trying to do when trying to make it seem believable for him losing so much, and then when he catches in, it seems like a surprise. But I think they can go a better route than having always the winner of the World Championship Money in the Bank briefcase always losing on a losing streak. And I don't know, Dolph Ziggler needs this win because I don't know why, but it just seems that he's been losing so much, and I don't understand why. Like, what exactly he did? Like, why is he in the quote-unquote doghouse in WWE? Like, I don't understand. Like, did he say something, and that's why he's getting buried every week? But he deserves to win. I think he's going to win. It'll be a good match, I guess, but I don't know why it's on the kickoff, but it is what it is. Then we have a Divas Championship match. We have the champion, AJ Lee versus Brie Bella for the Divas title. And, there's a lot of rumors going around that a diva from the Total Divas reality show was going to win the title to end off the season 1 of Total Divas. And I thought at first it was going to be Natalya, but I guess they changed it to Brie and the whole thing with Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella to being engaged, to be married. However, I don't think that she's going to win because AJ Lee introduced Tamina as her bodyguard, and I believe she's going to play a factor in all of this, and that she's going to keep her belt because of her, and she's probably going to like go after Nikki and then somehow cause AJ to get the upper hand, and then she wins. But so I don't see AJ Lee losing the title anytime soon, but I don't think that Brie Bella's going to win it either. And I find it so weird that Brie Bella all of a sudden is over with the crowd because she got engaged to Daniel Bryan and people actually like her now. It's so weird. But anyways, then we have the next match. We have R-Truth versus the Intercontinental Champion Curtis Axel for the IC title. Really thrown in at the last minute. R-Truth, I believe he's not going to win. I believe Curtis Axel's going to win, retain the title. I think it's good to see R-Truth in the pay-per-view, but still, I'd be surprised if he actually wins. It wouldn't make sense. R-Truth randomly be the IC champion. And then we have a match that was confirmed on SmackDown, Bray Wyatt versus Kofi Kingston. And this was kind of weird because it's like, why is Bray Wyatt going after Kofi? But then he had some promos talking about he's going after the heroes. So I figured he's going to go after certain people 1 week at a time. And I don't know, maybe this is going to lead to something in Survivor Series because we saw that Bray Wyatt was on the poster. So maybe he has a big role to play in the Wyatt family as well for Survivor Series. But I expect Bray Wyatt to go over. Hopefully this will be a better match than he had with Kane for the last pay-per-view that he was in. I think that Bray Wyatt, this would be an interesting match, but Bray Wyatt, I believe he's going to win. Then the next match we have is, let's see. We'll talk about that. Oh, yes. Oh, the match I actually want to watch. Cody Rhodes and Goldust versus Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. And the stipulation is if Cody Rhodes and Goldust win, then they get the jobs back. But if they lose, not only do they not get their jobs, but Dusty Rhodes, their father, loses the job. And also Dusty Rhodes will be in the corner for Cody Rhodes and Goldust. This is a match that I'm actually looking forward to. Out of all the matches, this is the match I really want to see. So I think this will be a good tag team match. Goldust has proven that as years gone by, he has gotten better in the ring, and the whole thing with the Rhodes family versus the McMahon. It seemed interesting. I'm actually really looking forward to this. I really think that Cody Rhodes and Goldust is going to win because why add that stipulation and then have them not to lose, and then it wouldn't make sense for later to be like, oh, I'm going to give them one more chance where you just said you're not going to give them any more chances. So I think that Cody Rhodes and Goldust are going to win the tag team matches. Since it's not for the tag team titles, it's not going to really hurt the Shield. Excuse me, at all. So, yeah. Yeah, it's not going to really hurt them because they haven't really lost as a tag team, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. So if they do lose, and they still have the title, so it's not that big of a deal. The next match we have is CM Punk versus Ryback. I expect Ryback to go over since that he seems to be getting a push now. Now that he's a Paul Heyman guy. And, ever since Paul Ryback turned heel and he was doing the whole thing of being a bully backstage, I find his stuff to be hilarious. When he was intimidating one dude, he was like, he dropped his bag and he told him to pick it up. And he's like, what are you doing? Drop it. Pick it up. What are you doing? Like, I thought that was funny. And, really, Ryback is getting better now. I don't know, Paul Heyman, he's a genius when it comes to helping out talent. He really is. I mean, look at Ryback. He's really coming on his own. He's really making a name for himself. And I really do believe that the Goldberg chants need to stop. It was funny for a while, but they needed to stop. But, yeah, I expect Ryback to go over CM Punk, and maybe this will lead towards something bigger for CM Punk in Survivor Series or possibly the Royal Rumble, something like that. But I think Ryback needs to win. That'd be a good way to pull over Ryback. And then we have the world title match between Del Rio, the champion, versus Rob Van Dam. Hardcore match. I really don't care about this match at all. I'm going to say that Del Rio is going to retain the title only because I think that Rob Van Dam, and he's not really full-time. I think he's like part-time like Chris Jericho, so I don't think he's going to be champion anytime soon. And like I said, I don't really care. I think Del Rio, he's a good wrestler, but he just seems boring to me, as world champion, and it's surprising that he has such a long title reign to begin with. And finally, the WWE Championship match, Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan for the vacant WWE title. I'm going to say Randy Orton is going to win this because it's BattleGround, it's a filler pay-per-view. I mean, I always thought that Hell in a Cell was a filler pay-per-view, but no, BattleGround is the second one. It wouldn't make sense for Daniel Bryan to have a good title reign to win his WWE title legitimately on BattleGround. It wouldn't make any sense. So I expect Randy Orton to win, or perhaps no one wins it, and the championship becomes still vacant. That's another thing they could do, which would be interesting, but they can't do that for long. They need the WWE champion, of course. And yeah, that's pretty much all the matches on my predictions. I guess I'll watch it and I'll review it, but like I said, the only match I'm really looking forward to is that tag team match with Cody Rhodes and Goldust versus Rollins and Reigns. So yeah, let me leave your predictions down below. Who you think is going to win, who you think is going to lose. If I forgot a match, I'm sorry. I know Dean Ambrose was having a match. It's pretty sad too, even though they have good mid-card champions with Dean Ambrose and Curtis Axel, it's like they throw in matches with them at the last minute, It's like, what the hell? So yeah, leave your thoughts down below, predictions, what do you think? Thanks for watching, see you guys later, have a good night, peace.